Magic, if you had to identify the main reasons for data science project failings and hence the low return on investment on those initiatives, what would they be?
90% of data science failures and the reasons for them could be grouped into three separate topics.
Okay.
And topic number one is, you know how we spoke that data science is using machine learning to solve business problems, right?
Yes.
But it's hard, complex, and multi-step process of which machine learning is just one of many.
So there's a lot more going on than just the machine learning.
Yes.
Give the audience example of what might be a step that they're not expecting or that they're not prepared for.
It starts at the very beginning. If you think about it, if you remember our analysis of the COVID patients that we had in the table,
Right.
And we saw the demographics for the patients and also this historical most important KPI. So it was information who survived, who died. So in the business reality, when you work on projects like customer churn or cross-sell, predictive maintenance or maybe fraud detection, this historical information about what really happened may not be readily available, and you need to go on a journey to clarify that.
Okay, so there's a great deal more work going into to identify what they're trying to predict.
Yes, so imagine, let's take an example of a customer churn. So when you start on a project, you need to clearly define, which customers are we building the model for, because it's not maybe for all of them, maybe for a subset, who really is a customer. And once you do that, then you need to define this churn event, which may not be obvious either. And sometimes it's already there. One day and you have it. But on one occasion, it took us 2 months and a team of consultants to actually clarify this historical information.
2 months. Well, that is extraordinary that it takes that much time just to identify what you're trying to predict.
Sometimes.
Okay. Okay. So what would be the second reason?
The second reason is very much intertwined with the first one. So it's education.
Academia.
Academia and online courses don't prepare students to real-life data science delivery.
It's not preparing them for why are they taking the course and what are they preparing them for?
Well, again, we spoke. It's a multi-step process.
Yep.
Academia and online courses focus obsessively on machine learning. So that's and yes, it is a defining element for data science projects, but there's a lot more going on before machine learning and after. And some people already notice that, and there are increasing voices how academia should adjust their teaching to be more rooted in business realities. But there is one element that no one talks about, and we touched on that last time, I think, that no one is teaching business stakeholders how to work with data scientists.
Oh, this is the predictions that you're talking about, being able to deal with the percentages.
Yes,
and
but
on that.
That's just outputs of data science, right? But also how to work with data scientists on the project. There's no education and teaching and training how to do it, which obviously increases chances for the projects failing.
It certainly would. Okay, so we covered the first two. What would be the third reason?
The third reason is that after a lot of machine learning training, data scientists get the job and they don't get to do any data science.
They don't get to do, well, what are they working on when they're hired? Because they're hired to do data science.
They work on many data-related initiatives, that's for sure. But many of them go for years without kicking off their first machine learning initiative.
Oh, and you had mentioned before that they do this, they're given this ad hoc work, so this is contributing to it, this kind of what they're thrown at them to do.
Yes.
So are data scientists okay with doing, not data science work or this ad hoc tasks?
No, they are not. But you need to remember, they are also very confused about what's going on. They are early in the career paths, it may be their first job, and they just go day by day thinking, well, maybe this is what data science really is, right? Some may try to change the employer, but the situation just repeats itself. So it is a confusing situation between data scientists and employers and academia. What is going on here? And as I said, many of them really don't get to do data science projects.
In the last video, you mentioned that there's a lot of misplaced expectations. It seems that this is contributing to misplaced expectations.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good place to bring this video to an end, because we're going to go into much greater detail in these 3 topics in the next 3 videos. So until our next recording, Matt, we'll see you then.
Take care.